Welcome back, Video Creeps. Today I just wanted to jump on really quickly and just talk a little bit about the Munsters, because that just dropped, I just watched it, and I have opinions. And after careful, consideration and really just thinking about this thing, I've come to the realization that if this movie sucks, you're the reason why. 2022's Munsters is Rob Zombie's dream project, where he got to bring the highly influential show to the small screen in his own image. And first and foremost, you should know, I'm a fucking softie for that shit. I love the idea of little Bobby Zombie watching the Munsters and being like, wow, I want to do that. And then getting the opportunity to become a part of the lore of this thing that he loves so much. I have a fucking heart in my chest, that's gonna lighten this heavy old thing. And I know people really want that old school classic Munsters. I mean, you're not gonna get that. But what I will say as far as parallels go to the original and Rob Zombie's Munsters is that it is silly. However, that's also where I think this movie hurts itself. And I also think that that's what's gonna put people off to this thing kind of early in the film. You see, Rob Zombie's Munsters, it's not funny. But you know what else isn't very funny? The Munsters. What? I'm sorry, it's the truth. Fucking on the scale of hilarity, where are you placing the Munsters? Really? That's hilarious to you? The Munsters is fucking funny. That's okay, the humor is not what made the Munsters badass. There was a world that we were able to visit. The characters were really interesting. And because the characters were monsters, there was this fun subversion going on to their silliness. The implication that they were supposed to be these terrifying, horrifying creatures, but they were just homeowners that's what ruled. So to come back to my original point, yeah, Rob Zombie's Munsters is not funny. So what's my issue? Why the fuck not? If there was an area to build upon in the original Munsters universe, it would have been the humor. I think Rob Zombie had a great opportunity to come in and make a legitimately funny film. Instead, the movie kind of reads as like a recollection of what Rob Zombie remembered the Munsters to be. And that's where this movie falls short for me. That's where I feel like the potential was squandered. On the visual side of things, this movie looks incredible. The use of colors and sets, this thing looks very spooky. It's fun. It immediately pulls you into that childhood Halloween's indie, I can taste it air feeling. I've seen so many people online referring to this thing as cheap, and I couldn't disagree more. I think the hard work that went into the look of this film is irrefutable. But more than just the sets, I really enjoyed some of the stylistic choices that they made in this movie. It felt cartoonish, and again, that word, silly, it felt very silly. Those moments of love and shock with the twirling background behind them with the character in the floor, I really liked that shit. I like the little background noises. Again, it felt exactly what it should have been. But in that, I can also see where, there are people that's gonna rub the wrong way. Some people are just die-hard horror fans, and I don't know what they were expecting out of this project, but by and large, it did give me what I was expecting. I got what I signed up for in watching the Munsters. It definitely delivered. Now, something that did surprise me was the fact that I loved Sherry Moon Zombie in this thing. I thought she was an awesome Lily Munster. I'm not trying to disparage her as an actress, but how often are we seeing examples of Sherry Moon Zombie's range? I don't find myself immersing myself in different characters of hers. She's always kind of touching base whenever she plays someone. And to my wonderful surprise, I thought she was great. I thought she was adorable. The little things that she does with her hands. I think she plays it so cute and so fun. And I think a lot of the enjoyment that I got out of this experience was because of Sherry Moon Zombie's performance. I can't really say the same thing about the Herman Munster character. However, because her performance was so much fun, I think I really enjoyed the romance of seeing these two people fall for one another way more than I would have if it wasn't for Sherry Moon as Lily. And to make it clear, I did not love Herman Munster in this thing, but I did love what they did with the dad jokes and making him a comedian. I thought that was really, really funny. I really enjoyed that. It kept me on my toes. It played into that silly thing. That was a legitimate win for me. Now, the movie is not compelling. You're not gonna walk away from this thing feeling feelings when you watch Crash or fucking Requiem for a Dream or anything. But just because it's not compelling in that way, honestly for me it's not me insulting the film. Pound for pound, for me, this is just a cute little side quest on the way to all the dope things coming our way in October. So if you enjoy movies like Beetlejuice, Casper, The Addams Family, Hocus Pocus, A Nightmare Before Christmas, chances are this movie is way up your alley. And chances are you'll really enjoy this movie if you learn to just loosen the fuck up about it. Like if you grew up loving Halloween Town, you're not allowed to not love this movie. Yes, the movie was stricken by fear, and like I said, that's fucking your fault. From day one, there's been so much contention around them making this project. So much pushback, and I think as fans, you guys forget how much your influence actually matters. Maybe Rob Zombie did want to be braver. Maybe he did want to tamper with the humor to make this thing funnier. But because of you little assholes, he probably didn't. So maybe next time, shut the fuck up or do better yourself. Talking about next time, I do hope that there's more to offer. I can see this being a case where everything that was established was kind of just like the dredging to get to something even better. I almost even wonder if like this would have been better suited as a show. Like maybe we could have gotten a season of Rob Zombie's Munsters and that would have been awesome. But right now, those are my thoughts on the Munsters. Let me know what you thought about this movie down below. And of course, check out all the links in my little bio here where you'll find a link to my Patreon where you can help me. My car just got stolen, so help me, I need a new one. My other channel called That Figures that I do with Brad Thornton where we play with action figures and make jokes. It's very for the horror community, check that out. In addition to a link to Dre of the Dead, who plays Jar Girl right on our sweet little channel here. You can buy yourself a Video Creep t-shirt, all the stuff. That's gonna be it for this video. Peace, Video Creeps.